there, starlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jess from Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so very much for being here for the first time. For those of you who never, I said that already. For those of you who've been here before, thank you so very much for returning to watch another one of my videos. And to my Capella members, thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and support, and for being part of my Capella family. You guys are the greatest. If you're interested in joining the family and purchasing a Capella membership, I have different tiers. You get daily guidance videos. You get to be part of members only live readings, my twin flame support group monthlies, their live readings, my 18+ live readings, which are a hoot. Oh my God, they're so much fun. And a whole bunch of other amazing things. Check out the description box below to sign up for a membership. Or if you go to capellawellness.com, you can click on the Capella memberships category on my website to go through all the different tiers and see what tickles your fancy. I do coach other feminines. I do live coaching, or you can have reading with me. I do different types of twin flame divine counterpart readings. If you go to my website, capellawellness.com, you check out the service suite. You can check all the different types of readings that I offer. And you can directly chat with me if you download the free mobile app. If you want me to ask a quick question about some things about your connection or about your journey, you can contact me there. This shuffling is not going to work. So the mobile app is completely free, guys. There's a link to download that app in the description box. You can even join. You can join for free, but the paid content, the exclusive content, is part of a paid membership that you can access in the app itself. Okay? I also have a tarot package that is called Understanding the Divine Feminine, Understanding the DF. It includes several readings that will help you better understand your feminine energy, your purpose, and a whole bunch of other things. And you get to save money with those packages, all right? All right, feminines. We're going to look into March 2023, what your current energies are, the energies surrounding you for March 2023, what you're working on for that month, what you are struggling with, and we're going to get guidance for the feminine to help her or him best navigate the energies for the month of 2023 for your spiritual growth, because that is what this is about. I'm bunching up the altar cloth here. And we're going to lastly look into what you need to trust God with. Okay? There will be an extended for this reading. I will talk about what that extended entails at the end of the reading. All right, feminines. It's already March, guys. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you ahead of time. As you can tell, I'm pretty much ready for it. I do have a bit of Irish in my family on my father's side, so that's exciting. The last name was Sullivan, and it was O'Sullivan before they ended up in Puerto Rico, funny enough, but they dropped it when they came to the States. So interesting stuff. Yeah, I have a lot of different races and ethnicities in my blood, and it's quite fascinating. Anyway, I heard somebody said exotic. Yes. So feminines, we're going to see what the energies are surrounding you for March 2023. Holy Spirit, archangels, galactic families, Pleiadian, Syrians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What are the current energies surrounding the feminines for March 2023? Now remember, even though I'm saying March 2023, do not take that to heart, because time is fluid, energies are always changing. This is what needs to come out at this time. All right? All right. That's what wants to come out. Woo! We have the 10 of fire. Overworked, stressed, and imbalanced. Feminines, what is going on? As my boob knocks over my but first pray sign here. Okay. Look at this picture. Look at this picture, feminines. She's just so done. She's stressed out to the max. She's on the brink of a collapse. Her health is failing. She can't do it anymore. The burden has become too great. Look at the kitchen. Look at that kitchen. It's a mess. Right? And I'm not trying to knock on her or anything. Okay? What is that? Is that a penny? It looks like it's a penny. That's kind of like shining there. Pennies might be significant to you. Okay, the energy surrounding you for March, feminines, you're doing too much. You've got to drop these wands. This 10 of wands was showing up for February too, especially in my love readings. And even though there were love readings, other messages were coming out. It's still haunting you, feminines, okay? This is about learning how to delegate for the month of March. You need to learn to say no. You need to learn how to take time off. You need to learn how to give yourself a vacation, go out and get a spa day, whatever. Do something for you. Tell other people, look, man, I can't do this for you right now. And I know that is hard. And there are some males who are more feminine than masculine. Because remember, feminine and masculine are energies, not gender based. There are some men who overdo it. Especially, I know some single fathers who absolutely love their kids and they just love kids, period, or they just love to help people and they outdo themselves. You don't need to do that, whether you're male or female, okay? The feminine energy, this is distorted feminine energy, feminines. When your energies are depleted. Look, she's just like, oh my God, look at this mess. And I bet you $1 million, the kitchen isn't her problem, okay? Cooking isn't the issue. She's got other things we can't see in this scene. It's no wonder they wanted me to use this deck, because a lot of you are dropping your jaws and you're saying, oh my God, that's me. I have to cook dinner. I have to cook breakfast. I have to make lunch for the kids. I have to, oh my God, like I didn't clean up and I have to, all this stuff to clean up, and people are coming over in an hour, and I still have to do laundry, and I have to still wash my car, and I got to pick up the kids, and I got to delegate. Assign way more tasks to people of the family, especially those of you who are mothers. You have been programmed to do practically everything for everyone. And there are some men here who have strong feminine energy. You've been programmed to do the same. This is not what God wants for us, guys, because our energies are depleted. That leads to anger. It leads to health issues. It leads to bitterness. It leads to you snapping at people. Okay? She can't do it anymore, and neither can you, and you know it. Whatever it is that you're doing, look what it says. Overworked, stressed, imbalanced. Your life is a complete teeter-totter. There's no balance in your life. There's no work-life balance either. There's no personal, private life balance. This is about you putting others first, and you are sacrificing your happiness, your well-being, your health. This is not what God has asked us to do. Absolutely not. Because when you have no energy and you're not affected, and your health is being affected especially, you're not taking care of the vessel that God blessed you with. You're also not taking care of your soul here. You are being disconnected from God when your energies are this low, and you're not even probably giving enough time to God. Honestly, if you were in this, there are karmic patterns that you guys keep repeating. And for the month of March, guys, you are going to be called to start really looking at your to-do lists and start delegating. And I get very strongly that for some of you, you are experiencing health issues here. You come first. Do not feel guilty about everybody else. Well, I got to do this. No, but they're incapable. We are human beings. We learn to be capable of being responsible for our own shit. We are not supposed to do things for other people, feminines. We are not. Okay? Some of you have got very distorted masculine energy with trying to control everything, thinking that other people need your help when they really don't. And I know this is going to be very difficult for some of you to hear, but this is truth. I only speak truth on this channel. When I am in front of this screen here, that's all that comes out. And I know because I've been through this. My whole family line is like this, especially with the females. I gotta do everything for everybody else, otherwise I'm not gonna feel validated. I'm not gonna feel like I'm needed. I'm not gonna feel like I'm wanted. I have to do this because I'm gonna look like a bad mother, a bad wife. Who said that? Did God say if you could? What is it? What are they trying to tell me? Thou shalt overwork yourself. Thou shalt be stressed out. Does that say anywhere? Thou shalt do everything else for everybody where you are not giving time to me, and you're not giving time to yourself, and you're not giving time to the life that I gave you. There's nowhere anywhere that says that. But society has made you think that this is the life you're supposed to live. Others of you, you're getting hung up on other stuff that you shouldn't be doing. You're forcing something to happen. You're pushing too hard. The straw is about to break the camel's back here, feminines. You need to listen up, because this has got to go. When you are in 10 of Wands, you are blocking everything beautiful coming to you. You're blocking your abundance from coming in. You're blocking more harmonious relationships and blessings and positive changes and all these things. When God says stop, you stop. But I have a feeling some of you can't hear God when he tells you to stop. You need to really take a good look at your life here, feminines, and say, shit, man, I need to do something about this. I can't keep running myself to the ground. And some of you feel like you need to come up for air. And I'm looking at this coin here. This may be, some of you might even be stressed out because you feel like you have 1 penny in your bank account. Or some of you are overdoing it with your mission work or your job or your healing even, because some people can overdo it. It's like people who are gym rats who go to the gym like 7 days a week, and it's like, no, I have to go to the gym for like 2 hours a day, blah, 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 because I got to do this. That there is such a thing as overdoing it at the gym. Okay? Do it 3 times a week even. Space it out. Don't be there for 5 hours a day. Some of you are doing that, okay? There's also putting too much emphasis on trying to do your healing and maybe trying to do all this yoga and all this other stuff. If you're doing work, this is you at your job. There's a lot. Other people, you're surrounded by a lot of people who are stressed out too, feminine. If you're doing your mission work here, or you're doing a project, and you're overdoing it because you're trying to get money, because I only have 1 penny left. This is metaphorically speaking. I only have so much money. I need to work myself to the bone. I need to do all this stuff. I need to do all these readings in a day. I need to do, some of you are like that because I know some of you are tarot readers. I need to like, oh my God, I got all these personal readings. I'm putting out 50 videos a week. Psst, dude, I used to put out 24 YouTube videos a week just with the zodiac signs alone. And what was interesting was I did not feel stressed because my body, I had trained my body to handle it. But then I started to realize that my readings were getting longer and my messages were becoming stronger, and it took a lot more from me. I was like, whoa. And then I'm up at night very, very late. Then it's like, oh my God, I got to put these videos out. I got to put these videos out. Like, and that's why God said to me, Jess, for 2023, that ends now. Hence, 1 feminine video per month, 1 masculine video per month, 2 videos, zodiac videos per month. 2 zodiac videos per month. Yes, I think I got that right. And maybe a divine masculine letter here or 2. My weeklies I will do, and then I'll do the other stuff for my members. My guides have been telling me to pull back from social media and put more of my energy for my members because they're paying for it. I am getting what I am worth. they are getting what they need to hear because they're being serious about their spiritual growth and their healing and all that stuff. So God was like, Jess, put more of that energy into your memberships, into your personal readings. And that's why God said, pull away from doing all that stuff from the YouTube. And my lives are changing up too. Because first I changed them up and then they went back to doing the free readings with the paid ones and all that stuff. But by the grace of God, I do not feel depleted. My guides, my God, I have trained myself to have some incredible amount of stamina and endurance. To also be able to channel what I channel. And to get the message out there with all this energy and this power. I'm not sitting here going, oh guys, you know, you got the 10 of Wands, you might want to take it easy and we'll move on to the next stuff because I don't want to trigger anybody. I don't want to upset anyone. No, that is not a divine feminine. That's a distorted feminine. And God needs to give me that energy to get it to you, to get you to wake up. Okay? It's a call to action. Again, you need to listen up here. All right? So what I'm saying with my own thing, my guides are like, okay, Jess, you know what? If people want the guidance, if people want the true help, they're going to have to pay for it. They're going to have to listen to this. They're not going to get as much stuff from Jess as they used to. And I've seen a lot of other tarot readers, especially, a lot of other healers, they're toning it down a bit too. But if you really need that guidance, especially daily, or you need this extra boost of insight, of messages or whatever it is you want to call it, Spirit's kind of telling you guys, you got to give up something. Some of you are way too overworked. You're doing way too many things, taking on too many responsibilities. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. No, I'll do it. No, don't do it because I don't like the way you do it. Watch with the controlling things, feminines. It's like just earlier today, I was thinking about, I asked my son to cut up some onions for me, or peppers. And the chunks were too big. And I was like, I usually cut them smaller. Like, no, Jess, don't go there. And I was like, well, I asked him to help. And he helped me. Okay? If you're the person who's anal about people doing things specific and because you want to take on everything, you are actually making yourself suffer even more than you should. Let go of the control here, feminines. This is not working out for you. You've got to wake up. You are totally pushing away all of these amazing things God has for you. The energy is not there for your life to change. You got to change this 10 of Wands right here. Okay? And those of you with mission work and whatever, as I said, my guides are like, Jess, you know what? Less is more. Because now, like I said, I dedicate more time to my members, my personal readings, my business, my projects, even doing other side projects that I just picked up on recently. To do more of that, to create more. That is the role of Divine Feminine. We're here to create, we're here to birth things into the world, not just children, not just picking up after people. That is not what a Divine Feminine's supposed to do. She sits there and she attracts all the amazing shit in her world when she barely lifts a finger. And yes, she can be motherly, she can be nurturing. I'm not saying for parents or whomever to completely drop all their responsibilities. That's what I'm saying, because we do have them. But for those of you who are taking on too much, you've got to stop. It stops the 1st of March. And you know what's funny, feminines? I wanted to do the Divine Masculine reading. I'm recording this on February 23rd, 2023. Because I'm like, I'm changing up my altar, clearing out the space. Everything's going to be green. Green's my favorite Roy G. Biv color. Let's start over for the month of March. And I was like, I'm going to do Divine Masculine. Because I always start off with Divine Masculine reading before the month starts. I kept hearing divine feminine, divine feminine, divine feminine, divine feminine, divine feminine. But I thought I wanted to do the divine masculine. No, Jess. The divine feminine needs the message before the masculines do. Now I see why. And if money is a thing for you, if you're killing yourself energetically, physically, emotionally, spiritually, you're on the brink of collapse because of money issues, you will continue to have the money issues because you are not attracting them because of your energies. You do not have to freak out about doing all those readings or doing all those tasks or taking up all these jobs or people telling you, hey, so-and-so, can you do this when it's not your job and you take it on? Oh, we'll give you a bonus. We'll give you extra money if you do this for us. Where's your faith in God about Him being your only source and supply? Because I was like, why is that penny there, God? And He's like, for some, they're overworking themselves because of money. When you free up the energetic space and you go with the flow, and it's like you were a person in an ocean. Some of you are sitting in a baby bathtub right now, full of water. There's no room for the rest of your body to fit in it. That is where you guys are at right now. How do you think other stuff is going to fit into that baby bathtub when you don't even have room for your ass? I have to be honest here, okay? How do you expect for things to change? For the money to come in, to flow in? There's no space. You gotta be the person in the middle of the ocean. And the ocean is reflective of going with the flow. Trusting in God more. You do not need to do everything. And look what's at the bottom of the deck. I haven't even gotten there yet. It's the Knight of Earth. Organized, responsible, and supportive. You need to buckle down and get shit done, but you need to get things done for yourself. You need to start putting out tasks that are best for you. And if you're taking on too much, start learning to say no. Like, I can't do that for you, man, woman. I can't. I cannot do this for you. I'm sorry. I've got too much on my plate. Your plate is overflowing with spaghetti. It's fallen off the floor. Remember, I said you are the adult in a baby bathtub. This is what's going on here. There's no room for anything else. And with that Knight of Pentacles, you need to start delegating and start looking for more supportive people. I'm also getting, for those of you who do something similar to me, you read tarot or you're a healer or whatever this is. Case in point, why I was talking about my memberships, okay? They get the best shit from me in those memberships. Not that I'm giving shit to you, that's not what I'm saying. This is a taste of what you will get as a member, okay? And I go hardcore. I mean, fucking hardcore. And yes, I do curse. The divine feminine can curse. But anyway, I'm giving my highest to those who are supporting me back. I support them, they support me. Which is why I was told to cut down on what I do for free on social media. And I'm changing my lives, as I said, but I'm not going to say what that is. You'll have to wait till you get the announcement for that. Or check out the announcement, because it might be out by the time you watch this. This is totally the opposite. The Knight of Earth, the Knight of Pentacles with this, guys. You're not getting the support because you're not delegating. You're not asking for the support. Being accountable for your own actions And this is going to trigger, but I say this with the utmost amount of divine love here. You did this to yourself. You need to be accountable for your actions. You need to be responsible for your actions and say, I didn't delegate. I couldn't say no. And now look at my life. We're all responsible for the 10 of Wands. Nobody else is. There's nobody here to blame. You can't be pointing fingers at other people. But they need this, they need that. And I understand if you actually have a baby, that is different. But I'm getting for a lot of you, you're not dealing with infants. Even when my son was a toddler, I taught him how to dress. I taught him how to put his clothes away. When he got older, I taught him how to clean the bathroom, do his own laundry, taught him how to make his own grilled cheese. I don't want my son to be causing other stress in people and expecting other people to do things for him. That is not how I'm going to raise my son. And I don't want him to do that either. Having him do everything for everybody either. Because my son could be a little bit of a softie. Bless his heart. You've got to start getting more organized. Start setting goals. Start planning out your content. Start planning out, okay, Monday I'm going to do this. Tuesday I'm going to do that. Wednesday I'm going to take the day off. Thursday I'm only going to do one reading. Friday I'm going to take half the day and do something and then like enjoy the weekend. Right? Or whatever. Start setting small goals. Don't be putting 20 goals on your plate. Start having a chart. Like I've got my planner there. And I said, okay, these are the signs I'm going to do this week. This is the reading I'm going to do this week. This is what the clients I got to work with, whatever. This is the other side projects I got to do. And I'm going to take time for myself. I'm making sure that I'm getting my hour walks every day. I'm enjoying outside with my power breakfast and my tea. I actually sat out with my mom today. And we listened to some music and talked. And then my other sister called in. We all had lunch together. My sister was having lunch in her car when she was about to go pick up her one of her sons, and she was about to be on a client call. She was multitasking there, but remember, I spent that time out there for a reason. My mom it was awesome that my mom joined me that day. Because my parents have a badass backyard, and I told my mom, why don't we use this? She's like, yeah, we should use this more often. But I've been going out there, literally out in nature, okay, to prepare myself so that if I'm doing a heavy reading or something starts coming in, right, and I start like organizing, like, okay, I have a plan of attack here. When I do my readings, I don't collapse, I don't lose sleep, I don't feel drained because I balance myself out. And some of you may be wondering, how the hell does Jess do her readings the way that she does? Because mine are never short. My lives have been long as all hell. And people are like, how the fuck does she do it? It's because I have balance in my life. I've made things more efficient here. And I took a lot of stuff out. I said, I can't do this anymore. And God knows when I was like slowing down, I'm doing way less than I've ever done. I'm freeing up the space for God to give me what he's about to give me. What I've been trying to manifest, you cannot manifest shit being 10 of Wands feminine. You can't. Start taking things off of your plate for the month of March. You do not have to do it all. Especially, some of you have strong Virgo in your chart. You guys are all about service. You want to heal the world. I love that about you. I've got strong Virgo in my chart too. I got a stellium in there. That is one of the things I had to learn too. Like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I want to go save everybody. I can't do that. I'm not supposed to do that. So God's been calling you to take it easy, to learn how to say no and say, I can't do this. I'm going to take these off my plate. Do it. This is the guidance that is being given to you. This is imbalance. This is unorganized. This is organized. Balance. Okay? Some of you really need to start looking at the people who are going to help you out. Ask for the help. It could even be about your healing, your journey, your connection with your person. Some of you are just like, oh my God, this is a really tough journey. I can't handle this on my own. I'm trying to do all this work by myself, especially if you're trying to do healing work or you're trying to deal with your connection with your person and it's taking a toll on you. There's somebody who's loyal, who's very dedicated, who's very devoted to what they do, that you can ask for help with that. Whatever this is, there is help there. You need to ask. And you have to surround yourself with the people who are going to support you, not the one who are going to take advantage of you. Oh my God, this person does everything. Let me just dump everything on so-and-so. Not anymore. Otherwise, guys, if this shows up in April, this is going to be very, very tough for you, health-wise, physically. You keep running yourself into the ground, you're going to end up 6 feet on the ground, and we all know what that is. There may be a coffin there. And I don't know why I'm saying that. That may sound a little harsh, but this is exactly what they want me to say. It's almost like you're digging yourselves a grave, guys. And I don't want to say that, but my guys are like, no, Jess, this needs to be said because this is serious. Fucking serious. Because a lot of you, your health is at stake. I do not want any of you to get to that point. Period. Comma. No. P-E-R-I-O-D, period. I guess comma is going to be because there was going to be another sentence, but that doesn't make sense. You don't have a comma after period. But I'm silently correcting my own punctuation as opposed to grammar. But anyway, start setting goals. And do not put 30 goals on your list. Start writing stuff out, but put yourself into those goals. One of your goals, several of your goals should be feminines. I'm going to take these days off. I'm going to spend outside for an hour and a half enjoying my breakfast and having my tea. If I don't want to do that reading today, I'm not going to do it. God will tell me when. If I don't have to go pick up that kid, sorry, can't do it today. I can't keep picking up your kid every time, trying to save your ass. Sorry, go find somebody else. Do not for 1 second think, feminines, that people are going to look at you like you're an asshole, or you're like, oh, you're so like mean, or like, oh my gosh, you're not supportive. Not when you're running yourself to the ground. Do not care about what other people will think when you say no. People have got to fend for themselves, feminines, and you've got to fend for yourself. This is an amazing deck of cards. I just got these. If you're curious, it's the Guardian Angel messages. And you know what's amazing? This deck has children in it. Because I have a feeling part of my next mission is dealing with children, working with kids. But this is real world shit. I love this deck. Look at her face. She's not happy, is she? Look at how she's clutching that pentacle. If I don't do all this stuff, if I don't do all this work, if I don't work like 60 hours a week, I'm not going to have the money. I'm not going to be able to pay this, pay that. I've been there before. And God's like, Jess, you got to trust me with this. You're clutching onto your purse. You're clutching onto your wallet. I need to make the money. I need to have this. I need people to look at me like, oh, you're so amazing. You're so wonderful. You help out so much. That's distorted feminine, guys. We don't need that. Start writing out what you need to do. You know what you should do, feminines? As soon as you finish watching this video, reading in video or radio. Okay, that's a new one. Hopefully you will watch the extended, because I'm going to say, first off, the extended is going to entail how you feel about yourself, and I have a feeling you guys feel very low about yourselves right now. And we're going to work on that. So that extended reading can very well really, really help you with this. But after you watch this, sit down. Do not, if you got to do the dishes, no. Sit down. Write down everything that you do in a day. The next day, the day after that. Count them up. I bet you $1 million it's going to be way more than 10 wands. 10 things in a day. Count them up. You're going to be like, holy shit, I'm doing way too much. And then go through them. Cross off the ones you do not have to do. The ones that other people can do besides you. If you find that all the things that you're doing in any given day, any given week, and you are not in there, I painted my nails today. I took a nap today. I did an hour yoga today. You don't see any of that. You sat there and sipped your tea and nobody's bothering you. If you don't see any of that, feminines, that is a huge red flag. And you know, it's funny, I'm talking about painting my nails. My color was coming off, and I'm very anal when it comes to matching, obviously. You're going to be seeing me in a lot of green for the month of March. And my guides were like, Jess, you're very put together. Go put on your green nail polish. This is Cosmic Green by Nails Inc. If you're kind of curious, Nails Inc. is badass nail polish. Okay? It's Cosmic Queen, but I call it Cosmic Green, I think. Right? It's not exactly this color, but it is green. And my guide said, don't rush into the feminine reading. We know it's later in the day, Jess. Go do your nails. I did a lot for me today. I even cooked for my son. I did his grilled cheese today because I was able to do it. I already did my power breakfast before and drank my tea and spent that time out with my mom. I meditated for an hour and a half this morning and in prayer. I do that every day before I do anything. My time with God is precious. He put me here for another day. He gets my time first. And then I was like, okay, kiddo, I'll do your grilled cheese. No problem. He knows how to do it. And then they were like, clear the altar, change out the theme because it's March. And I was like, okay, I'm ready to go. They said, no, do your nails, Jess, before you read. And I was like, I want to get the reading done because I want to do my walk and I want to be there for dinner. And nah, relax. Don't force it. Go with the flow. And then I said, I want to do the masculine reading. Nope, do the feminine reading. You see how going with the flow and being obedient is? And today, I was only going to do one YouTube reading and one member reading. And if my guides say to do another client reading, I will do it. I listen to them. So if you start seeing that you have nothing in those lists with you in them, big problem. Big red flag, like in your face red flag. It's bigger than the size of Mars, okay? So what you're going to do is reevaluate everything. Start putting down the things that you know you need to be responsible for. Start adding yourself into the schedule, into your goal planning, and go from there and start knocking off. If you have 15 things in a day, knock it down to 7. Something like that. Go with your gut. If you think you only want to do 5 things, go with 5. I cannot tell you this part, feminines. I'm just giving you some guidance. But you're going to have to cut off at least 50% of what you do in a day if you've got a gazillion things in a day. And when you stick to that, watch how things change in your life. because now you will free up the energies for those things to come in. Ten of Wands is not going to get you into alignment with your dreams, your hopes, your wishes, guys. It's not. God's trying to give you some big things, but the energy is absolutely non-existent for them to come in. Something's got to give, and for some of you, it's your 9-to-5 job. Some of you, it's if you've got channels, Instagram, whatever it is that you're doing, you better cut down on the content you're putting out there. Do not be listening to the rest of the media, the rest of society, that you got to put out all this stuff. And do not be getting down to people pleasing and people saying, I need my reading now. I need to do all this stuff because I need to have money to pay my bills. I need more readings. I need more readings. I need more readings. For what? Tarot can get addictive. I've seen it. Why do you think my readings aren't cheap? I don't want everyone and their mother coming to me asking me the same fucking question when they're not doing the work. I do serious shit in my work, and for those of you who work with me, you know this. I whip you into shape. That's what a divine feminine does. Why? Because her masculine energy is right lockstep with her feminine energy. She knows when to give it her all. When she goes hardcore, she knows when to stop. She knows when to give, and she knows when to receive. That's a hard thing to balance out. It took me years to get to where I'm at now. Okay? I'm also getting for a smaller group of you, and you see, if some of you are looking at the time of this, because I know you are, I haven't even gotten to the other cards yet. Well, tough shit. Because this is the meat and potatoes of this reading. Because this has got to be dropped. Period. Don't be focusing on the time. Don't be, it's like you're rushing and you're pushing, oh my God, I gotta get this, can you just get over with? No. Distorted feminine is what you are if you are in that energy. For a much smaller group, as I was going to say, before something else called me in, this is completion. If you're already having to do a lot, like you're taking care, like I'm getting strong single parent energy, or you have been like making sure that things are aligned, you have been doing all these things on your own, but you are finding the balance. You've been solely responsible for like a child, or solely responsible for doing all this stuff in your life, trying to keep everything intact, trying to balance everything out. Case in point, you have your kid to take care of, maybe you're taking care of parents, you run your business, you're taking care of your bills, you do the grocery shopping, you go to the mail, you do the this, you do the that, you do the driving around, but you're not frantic, you're not this like, oh my God, I'm spent. Someone is coming in to help you. Somebody who's very supportive, who's very loyal, who's very devoted, very trustworthy, very dependable. This person's not going away. This person's fucking serious about coming in to offer you something huge. And for some of you, where, you know, you've been the one doing everything, but you haven't been getting any support, right? But you've been trying to balance out everything when you know this, but you're not overdoing yourself to try to get the money or something. You see how she's got one penny there? Some of you, your finances are not there yet, but you're not overdoing it to get the money. You're being responsible. You're being organized. You are supporting yourself first and foremost. You are being patient. You're taking your time with things. You're not jumping the gun. You're not trying to force. You're not trying to push or shove. You're patient. You're hardworking. You're diligent. You stay determined. You keep your eye on the prize and say, man, God, I've been working a lot. I give my all into everything. And I stop when you tell me to stop. And I'm patient when you tell me to be patient. And I stay diligent anyway. But the money's not coming in. But okay, God. But if God's telling you to slow down, this is slowing down, feminines. Slow the fuck down. It's not a sprint. It's not the Indy 500, ladies and gentlemen. This is life. Life is not stressful. And some of you are being very stubborn. Very stubborn. Because you want to do it all. You want it to have done your way. You're causing this stress for yourself. Newsflash. But for those of you who've been like, this has been a long time coming, things have been slow, things haven't been picking up, when is it gonna change, God? I've got $1 in my account. If you heed the guidance here, if you're not already doing this already, and you're freeing up the energy and you're just taking it easy like the Knight of Pentacles, he's the slowest ass knight, but he's the most healthy, he's the most stable, he is the most balanced out of all the knights. His health is on point. He does work hard, but he knows when to stop and smell the flowers. Look at all the flowers here, but you're not smelling them. You're focusing on the money. The Knight of Pentacles stops to smell the flowers. He knows that slow and steady wins the race. That patience is a virtue. The money doesn't grow on trees. That everything happens in nature's timing, in divine timing. He knows if he rushes, he's going to make mistakes. If he rushes, he's going to run out of energy. If he rushes, he's going to do himself in. He'll miss the mark. He runs the risk of more mistakes, more dishes on the counter, more whatever is going on. Okay? He takes time out for himself. He is very, health is a huge thing for the Knight of Pentacles. So those of you who've been having this balance, and the only thing that's not really working out for you right now is the money piece of this, but you continue to stay the course and keep your eye on the prize, and you're like, you know what? I'm going to stay dedicated to mission, no matter how long it takes. I know my hard work's going to pay off, because it is going to pay off. You're freeing up the energy for somebody else to come in. Could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, to help you. Maybe there is an earth sign who can help you. Maybe there's somebody who's saying, hey, feminine, I'm here to help. No, I'll do it. Nope, you don't do it this way. Nope, you put the clothes all in one load. Nope, you cook this with this oil, and I want this oil. No, it stops. It stops. You are the one causing all this stress. It's you. Stop being so stubborn, because somebody's here to help you. And for those of you who don't have anybody to help you yet, someone who admires the fuck out of you because of everything that you've been doing on your own is gonna come in and help you, especially with the finances. This knight is taking action now towards you to give you and offer a solid, stable commitment and saying, I'm going to take care of you. There's a King of Pentacles sitting on the horse here. And you see how she's got a horse on her beanie? Some of you have got horse on the brain, meaning action, I got to go fast. This is not trotting here. You're just like, it's a gallop or whatever, the fastest part of whatever it's called when the horse is like running. I'm seeing a horse running down the beach. Okay. There's a trot, there's a gallop. I don't know what the other ones are, but you guys all know that fast horses can go fast. It's like horsepower, the freaking GTR or some shit. You're like go, and that's what's on your mind. That's got to stop. But there's somebody here, for those of you who found that balance and you're just like, you know what, you're being true divine feminine. Again, somebody admires you for doing everything and for handling a lot of crazy shit too, because you've gone through some shit. And now somebody's coming in to help you. Why? Because you freed up the space. You were the person in the middle of the ocean, just going with the flow and being patient. Let's see where this current takes me. Because I know if I just keep swimming, something's going to change. And somebody's coming in to change your life. There's somebody here who's going to help you with your finances specifically, because there's only one penny here. And this person is going to help you out. You won't have to go through this alone, because you've learned your lessons. You stop with the karmic patterns of trying to do everything and anything, or trying to do it all. This is when the help comes in, when you drop the wands, feminines. And there's someone who's very, very, they're very nature-based. They love to be out in nature. I'm getting strong Taurus energy with this. Someone who takes very care of themselves. They like to go to the gym. They like to go hiking. They like to be out in the earth. They love being outside. And you're going to do a lot of things with this person outside. Like, you're going to do this together, because some of you already like being outside yourself. Like, there's some commonality here between you and this person. And this person has done a lot of healing themselves. They've done a lot of work on themselves. They know what matters to them now. You matter to them now. And they're taking responsibility for their actions, for putting a lot on you. Because it could have been like connection-wise. Maybe there's been a lot of disappointments here, that they were not supportive of you. They were not responsible for their actions. They weren't taking, they weren't being accountable. They weren't loyal to you. They were impatient. They fell through the cracks. There's something about they fell through with their promises. Fell through with what they were going to give you. Like they made an offer and they revoked it, something like that. They didn't get things done. Okay? And some of you are not getting things done because you put too much on your plate. Because you're too stubborn. But there is somebody coming in to help you. For those of you who have no stress in the world, who are just going with the flow, and you're not giving a damn about the money because you know it's going to come in, because God's like, slow down. I'm going to have somebody, I'm sending somebody to come help you out. You're going to do all these other things, but now I'm bringing somebody in who's going to fit that extra thing that you don't have yet. But that person coming in, actually, to us, your finances are on the up here. Because you're freeing up the energy, the space for this money to come in from someone. And your hard work's paying off here. Because you've been patient and you trusted God. Like, okay, and when God told you to slow down and to take it easy and to stop doing everything, doing all those things that you've been doing, you're getting rewarded for that. And the World card is after that. After the Knight of Pentacles. Accomplishment, celebration, completion. There's completion again. Some of you are learning your lessons about having to do it all. Having to do everything and not taking care of yourself first. Your needs first. Not worrying about money. Not being stubborn. Delegating. Or you saying, I'm not doing that right now. I can't do that right now. Learning how to say no. Some of you have learned how to say no, and that this whole cycle of this, you having to do all this, and for those of you who already found the balance, you are, you are, hold on, working on. Let me get something else. Oh, this deck. You've closed out your karmic patterns. You stopped repeating those karmic patterns. That's what Ten of Wands is. I'm pretty sure they stem from ancestral patterns too for some of you. Okay? Some of you feminines, you gotta learn to take time out for yourself. Oh, in this reading, I was supposed to do, what are you working on? I've already told you what you need to work on. I don't need a card for that. I had shuffled a little bit. The Knight of Pentacles is still there. They want me to go into what you've been struggling with. And we've already touched up on some of those things. I don't need 50 cards to give you the advice. I don't need to overdo it. I am that confident in my intuition and what my guides tell me, because my guides are on point all day, every day. And I'm not saying that to be conceited. They want me to say that because I am that confident in my gifts, in my skills. So we're going to see what you're struggling with. What is the feminine struggling with the most for the month of March? Free yourself from hesitations, perplexity, and consternation. Only intent on what is beneficial. You, Spirit, does not play. This is a phenomenal deck. I highly recommend you get this for yourself. It's very cheap on Amazon. Not that we need things to be cheap these days. We don't. Free yourself from hesitations, perplexity, and consternation. Only intent on what is beneficial for you. This consternation has been weighing heavy on you, guys. Okay. Stop hesitating. Stop trying to figure everything out just like you know what you need to do. You know what you need to work on for the month of March. Bottom of the deck, be the seeker of wisdom. Resort to this patience. Reach the respective goals. But you need to reevaluate your goals, and you got to start goals for your health, for you, for your well-being here. Okay? Patience, again, with the Knight of Earth. Patience has been a struggle for the feminines. Guys, you are not a divine feminine if you cannot master patience. And not that you're supposed to master anything, because that doesn't really exist. You make patience work for you. You are in the flow of patience. You are abundant in patience. There it is. Be the seeker of wisdom. Only intent on what is beneficial for you. That's being wise. There's a difference between being smart and being wise. Oh, I'm being smart because I'm getting all this stuff done because I'm doing it my way. No. If you're causing yourself a lot of stress and consternation and all this shit, that's not wisdom. Top of the deck. Still, pure from the beginning of earth, pure from the beginning of birth. That wasn't a coincidence, because earth, you need to ground yourselves. No impure thoughts, words, and deeds could taint your noble self. Be still. No impure thoughts, words, and deeds. No impure thoughts. If I don't get that done, they're going to make me look, I'm going to look like a bad mom, a bad wife, a bad whatever. A bad reader, a bad coach, a bad, no. Hey, how come you're not doing those readings enough? How come you're not putting all these clients on your schedule? How come I can't get you like within 24 hours? That's not going to taint who you are. Other people's perspectives of you do not make you who you are. Chill for a moment, feminines. Relax. You don't have to be on all the time. Let's get your guidance with my Divine Feminine Oracle deck here. This is powerful shit. That's Mary Magdalene in the front. All right, Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian Sirians, please reveal to us our highest good. I just heard somebody's asking how I can channel so much with some very little cards. Whoever's asking me that, honestly, it's my work-life balance. I take very good care of my health, which reminds me, I have to go back to doing like my 90-second workout and 90-second yoga things every night. I keep forgetting about that. I pulled myself away from watching a lot of YouTube content, especially other readings, because they were affecting my energies. I already talked about stuff that I do. And if God is saying, don't do this reading today, or only do one reading, or something like that, I listen. I mean, I can help you with that, absolutely. It takes some work, though, but, you know, it's achievable. But because I balance my life out, and I've been doing that even more, I've been making things more efficient for myself, that frees up my energies to really tap into the divine, because the energies are clear, because I'm grounded, because I'm slowing down, because I'm connected to earth. I ground myself every day. In the morning and at night. I end my day mainly with an hour walk outside. Even if it's 9 o'clock at night. When I was in Maryland, even if it was 10 o'clock, sometimes when someone come at me, sometimes he wouldn't, I would still walk for an hour. Usually I would go to the Rio, because the Rio would be open longer, and Coral Springs doesn't really have a lot of places to walk, and the parks close at 10 usually, or so if I can't do it then, I'll walk around my neighborhood. Get something in. But I'm not 10 of Wands. I haven't been 10 of Wands for years. And I've been very close to it every now and again, especially when I started this YouTube channel, started my business, and things were very busy. But now I'm like, why do I have to do all that stuff? I'm pushing my abundance away. And the more I ground myself, the more I'm going with the flow, and I'm taking it easy, and I'm being patient, that's the more connected I get to the divine. To the point where I don't need a lot of cards to channel. Some of you guys need the proof. Some of you guys need to see a whole bunch of cards. You don't need that to get confirmation of anything. If it hit you in the gut with what I said, if you started to tingle, if your ear started ringing, there's your confirmation right there. If God, after you watch this reading, gives you another sign about what I said, that's confirmation right there. You do not need another card to confirm what I just said. Because some of you already know what your truth is, because I triggered a lot of you. I hit your core. I know, because I feel it. That's all you need to understand that you have received the truth. And if you feel tingly and you feel light and you feel like, oh my God, yeah, that's me. I need to get into alignment. Then that is your message. Let's see what guidance we have for the feminine. That was fast. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Ooh, Joan of Arc is down here. Mirabai, the saint of true freedom. Love is what sets me free. I am married to my own soul. Love yourself first. That's going to free you from this 10 of Wands. Self-care is important. White buffalo calf woman. This came out in some of my love readings for February. The prophetess of the sacred way. My heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. There's love again. A love for yourself, of what you want to do in life. Your goals, your dreams, your aspirations. Okay? Oh, there's 4. Okay. Fatima. Somebody here might be called Fatima. Or Fatima is significant to you. Or a daughter's name, your daughter's name, a family member's name. Anyway, the mother of imams. Love is my lineage, and gratitude is my religion. Wow. There is something religious here for some of you, with you being 10 of Wands. I'm hearing something about submitting to your husband, or or doing all these things for other people. I don't know where you got that from. God did not say to be stressed out when you're being submissive. When you're giving everything to everybody else except for yourself. You're not. When you're not taking care of yourself, you're not focusing on yourself, you're not focusing on God. Amaterasu, the goddess of light. We are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. And if you're reflecting out low vibrational energy, that's exactly what you're going to get back. You need to stop dimming your light and illuminate it some more. By dropping those wands, those responsibilities. Working too hard, pushing it, forcing it. Joan of Arc is at the bottom of the deck, the warrior of light. We have a goddess of light and a warrior of light. I have a steel-like faith in myself. The angels armor me with conviction. If you don't know her story, I highly recommend that you look it up. Now I'm coughing. Trust me, I've been working on this thing, but I have been spiritually attacked in my throat chakra, if you guys are wondering. Because some people want people to get bothered by it. Some entity wants me to not channel the messages. It's like trying to do everything in their power to get me to not talk. So let's look at, I don't know where these cards are. White Buffalo. 154. 154 might be a number for you. 54 sticking out to me. Maybe you were born in 54, 56. I saw 56. 1954. When your soul selects her card, White Buffalo Calf Woman is a sacred reminder that we don't have to struggle to receive all that we've desired. When we join our heart's longing with action, we find that there's a sacred way to move through the world. The sacred way is a path of steady, quiet alignment between the heart's intention in our every step. White Buffalo Calf Woman is an omen of hope that all will be provided for us when we approach each situation with love. What she wants us to focus on is the intention behind an action, because that changes the outcome. She's a sacred prophetic sign that we can receive what we need without fighting for it or trying to secure it through manipulation. When prayer joins right action, when we move from that intention of creating only more love, then abundance is inevitable. And when we seek not just for ourselves, but also for the benefit of our loved ones and community, our needs are divinely met. The most sacred path is the one abundant with love. Your soul voice meditation for this is, what is my intention for the work I am currently doing? Your intention is, my heart is a compass, the path of love is true abundance. Again, what is my intention for the work I am currently doing? Why are you trying to do everything and anything? Ask yourself that question for the month of March. Fatima. Number 60. Maybe somebody here is 60 years old. All right. Where you were born in 1960. I'm getting years now. Hold on. Imam is a leader of the Islamic faith, by the way, if you guys don't already know. She embodies the love and fulfillment that comes from living in a state of gratitude. When your soul selects her card, we can get caught up in the ego's idea of who we need to become or of what we need to achieve. Fatima is the grace that sweeps through our seemingly complex lives and reminds us of what's core, what's solid earth to the soul. Family, even if family means a few beloved friends. What matters most is the love and gratitude we bring to those who are there for us, and the love and gratitude we feel when they show up for us. Nurturing, protecting, and taking care of the ones we love is a sacred occupation. My great-grandmother, Big Margie, advised me that if I ever had children, I needed to make sure I got paid for it. I had no clue what she was talking about. The idea was so foreign. Big Margie believed that women should have a wage for the time they spent raising children so that their work would at last be valued. The role of housewife or of stay-at-home mom is sacred if it's consciously chosen. It is a profound contribution to raise and reconstitute the world. There is a legacy of love that can be inherited by the whole family from such undivided attention and presence. Fatima restores the significance and importance to the spiritual path of motherhood. Fatima is also a call to step back, Fatima is also a call to step back, take a deep breath, and take inventory of how much you can be grateful for right now in this moment. She releases you from unreal expectations of yourself. Whether you have mothered a child, a friend, or yourself, Fatima helps you see again the vital role the nurturer provides. She offers a perspective that says love is the family we all belong to, and gratitude is the state of wealth we get to live in. Your meditation is, what am I most grateful for in this moment? And your intention is, love is my lineage and gratitude is my religion. So there is something about motherhood for quite a lot of you, okay? It's sacred if it is consciously chosen. But a housewife and a stay-at-home mom has support. It does not mean she has to do everything when the husband is away working. Okay? She balances out her life. That motherhood, the nurturing, the Empress energy. But remember, Empress does not mean doing it all and stressing yourself out. It's not divine feminine energy. The spiritual path of motherhood, feminines, not the material path of motherhood. There's a huge difference. All right, let's look at Amaterasu. I'm going to be honest here, it almost sounds like some character from maybe Mortal Kombat or something. That's just me. 150. 150. The goddess of light. She embodies the levity that brings us out of the darkness and shows us the beauty of our own light. Her naming, shining in heaven. It's Japanese mythology. Ooh. I like Japanese stuff. It's funny because I was talking about Mortal Kombat and thinking of video games. Not that all video games are Japanese, but you know what I mean. When your soul selects her card, the cave is so crucial. Drawing inward, hiding our light to restore ourselves and to heal from something or someone that felt too intense or aggressive. When we hide our light, though, we aren't the only ones left in the dark. We take our light from the ones who love us as well. When you dim your light, you're actually affecting the light of others, feminines. You're affecting their vibration. We're all one, guys. We're all one. We take our light from the ones who love us as well. The beauty of Amaterasu is that she emerges from the cave out of curiosity, attracted to someone else's joy. That's when she meets with the dawn of her own reflection. She doesn't truly see herself in the beauty of her light until she's drawn out of herself. Amaterasu sees her own light once she becomes curious about seeing the light that's around her and the levity and laughter of the other deities. This is the answer. If we've been too long in retreat, if we've been hiding our light, not out of self-love and a soulful need for restoration, but out of a reaction to someone else's pain, then we draw ourselves out by focusing on the joy of others. Seeing their light allows us to see our own. And sometimes even the solar goddess needs to be inspired or reminded of why she shines so brightly. Not just for the sake of her own reflection, but also for all those beloved beings that need her rays of light to remember their own. Sometimes we need the sight of the faces we brighten in order to remember why we are so devoted to finding our way back into the light. Your meditation for this is, imagine someone in this moment you want most to see, laugh, and fill with light. Your intention is, we are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. Our relationships are a reflection of ourselves, guys. And Mirabai, before we get to Joan of Arc. 84. Maybe you were born in 84. There's like years I'm catching up on here. Or I'm picking up on. 84. She embodies a love that lets us do what's right for our own lives, no matter what others might think. Praise God. It's what I was channeling. Okay? Often, without even realizing it, we make choices based on external expectations, on how we think other people will perceive our actions. Mirabai is about doing what's right for you and no one else. Ultimately, only you can know what needs to be done or said. You have this one brief life, and every second of it matters. Mirabai is about standing up for what you know is right for you, even if others will judge you for it. The fear of being persecuted can convince us not to be true to who we really are. There is a love, though, that's far larger than human constructs and cultural values. Love isn't ethical. Love isn't bound by any idea of what's socially acceptable. Love is what sets us free from the expectations that bind us. Love, in whatever way it finds us, asks us to stay loyal to our own soul. Any outside force or person who asks us to betray our most intimate relationship with the divine isn't acting out of love. Holy shit. For Mirabai, her true husband wasn't the one she was married to. The love that made her brave, the love that inspired her every poem and action was a divine love for Krishna. So the laws that bound her to the strict expectations of being a wife didn't actually apply to her. Love asks us to look at what really matters to us and at what we truly value. And love asks us to bravely defy expectations in order to be true to ourselves. Love wants us to marry our own soul. I am getting these angel bumps like you wouldn't believe. Your meditation is what holds me back from expressing my truth. Your intention is, love is what sets me free. I am married to my own soul. You are married to your soul first, feminines, for those of you who are married, not your husbands. You are married to God. If you were married at this time, you were supposed to be betrothed to God first and foremost, and then everything else comes after that. It's God, you, your spouse, the kids. That is part of the divine order. Some of you need to replay this part. Maybe rewatch this entire reading. But the Mirabai one, and that's why I read it last. They had me read it last. That is the cold, hard truth here. I said it. When you are not taking care of yourself, you're not connected to God in the way you think you are. Nobody holds anything over you except for God. Your relationship with the divine, with God, is of the utmost importance. Always. Which is why I said every morning I spend at least 1 hour with God, because He comes first in my life. Without God, I am nothing. Without God, I cannot do anything. Without the strength of Christ, I can't do shit. And some of you are putting God in the back burner because you're putting yourselves on the back burner, because God created you. He gave you your life. He gave you your gifts. You're here to use them. You're here to take care of that vessel that God blessed you with. You come first, which means you put God first. That is how it's supposed to be. Joan of Arc is at the bottom of the deck. Joan of Arc is the badass here. And I talked about in my live, right? I was Joan of Arc in a former life. Look, she's coming up. Maybe I was Joan of Arc in a former life. Actually, they're telling me that I was. I was a lot of things in my former life. Okay? She represents the power that we all possess, that we're aligned with our calling. Right? Go look her up. Go look her up. If you don't know anything about Joan of Arc, go look her up. That's not my job right now. During Joan of Arc's heresy trial, her interrogators asked her if she was in a state of grace. She answered, "If I am not, may God put me there, and if I am, may God so keep me." Her unfaltering faith in the truth of her own visions made the impossible possible. As a teenager, she led an army that changed the course of history for France. And because of the trials, we have sworn testimony detailing the courage of her convictions and her own testimony about her visions of the Archangel Michael, who inspired the course of her actions. "Act and God will act," she said. The faith she had in her vision allowed her to take on a task that had never been done before by a young woman. Her every action chanted, "I am not afraid. I was born to do this." That's where that phrase comes from, guys. She is associated with the fleur de lis, known as the flower of light. It represents the Trinity, the profound truth that the Trinity would not exist without Mary, and her brave response to the angel Gabriel's call. Joan, like Mary, knows she is directly connected to the divine from within her, and she allows that connection to guide her. Joan of Arc's life is a testament to what is possible for us when we believe steadfastly in our own vision. She asks for us to move beyond our fear, to act on truth, and to do this with the confidence of knowing that our every step is flanked with the angels. What did I talk about when the feminine energy is in lockstep with the masculine energy? Every step that you take is flanked with the angels as long as you are connected to the divine. God always comes first. And you will always be supported by the archangels, by the divine, as long as you are in your truth and you are not afraid of persecution. A lot of you have to do your Akashic records. I do those because some of you have this fear of persecution because you were persecuted, you were killed for you standing by your truth. And some of you need to get over that, but that's a whole other thing for another day. Because a lot of you have a lot of fear of judgment, of persecution, because you were in that before, and a lot of you were murdered for it. Burned at the stake, drowned, waterboarding, you name it. Okay? Some of you don't realize this, but I'm getting that very strongly for the majority of you here. If you get your Akashic Records reading done, that is going to open your eyes up to a lot of shit. To help you understand why you were in the predicament that you're in. So, before we head on to the extended, actually I'm going to have dinner with the family because dinner is ready now, and then I will come back here to do the extended reading. By the way, the link for the extended is in the description box below. We're going to talk about how you're feeling about yourself, how the feminine feels about herself, himself right now. I forgot my notes. What you are needing the most right now for yourself, okay? What you need the most help with at this time, especially for the month of March. We're also going to see what words of encouragement your masculine, your counterpart, has for you, and what you're needing most in the connection with God. Okay? So that's what's going to be in the extended. If you go to capellawellness.com, look at the header, and click on extended videos. You will see the extended videos for the Divine Masculine extended, the Divine Feminine, and the Zodiacs too. It's all on one page. If you download my free mobile app, you will be able to access the extended videos in the mobile app too. Okay? Just so you know. All right. You can view it better in that app. It's great. All right. So let's see what you need to trust God with at this time. Oh, wow. Well, that was strong. The stars may fall, but God's promises will stand and be fulfilled. J.I. Packer. God's promise is always there for you. You got to be in alignment with that. The other side of this card is, may you be strengthened with all power according to his glorious might. Colossians, right? Look, it's a 1:1:1, chapter 1, verse 11. No matter what happens, God promises they're going to be fulfilled for you. But God's just trying to get you there. God is going to be the one to get you out of the Ten of Wands. I can't do that for you. You can get all the stuff from my readings, other people's readings, all of that stuff. But you gotta be the one. I said, with my endurance and my stamina, what I do, I get all of that from God, the strength of Christ. That's where it comes from. But you've got to connect with him more often than you think you do. The bottom of the deck is hope in the Lord, for with the Lord there is steadfast love, and with him is plentiful redemption. I believe this is Psalms chapter 130, verse 7. I'll have to share this with you because I just heard. So they're telling me I was Joan of Arc in a past life. The reason why I got emotional at the end was because I was remembering what I had done in France. I was remembering what I stood for and what I was fighting for. And it made her emotional, so it makes me emotional. It's reminding me again what I am here for and how I'm here to speak my truth, and I don't give two shits what anybody says. If people are going to call me out, or they're going to say that's not how a divine feminine should talk, how she should read, how she should project the truth, you have no say in that. Right? Nobody does. And she had a lot against her. A lot of people didn't like her because she was that close. Oh my God, really? Okay. I just got confirmation of something for myself because she was so close to Archangel Michael. There's something in my birth chart that is, I can't talk about it here yet because I'm not supposed to reveal it yet, but there's something in my birth chart that has to do with the star of Aldebaran. That is Archangel Michael. They're confirming something for me here. Okay. Well, I'm all ready for it. But yeah, Joan of Arc was coming through me because either like I was her in a past life. There's something relation to that, or incarnation of her too, or like something related to her. But that angel armor, right? It's what my angels have been telling me, which is why I'm so connected to the angelic realm and to God and to Christ and to Mary Magdalene, that I'm able to do what I do, that I'm able to channel what I channel. But it takes a lot of patience, takes a lot of work, takes a lot of getting there, vibrational wise. But again, it stems from my relationship with God. And that has improved dramatically over the years. And it keeps improving. So anyway, yeah. She was very passionate. Joan of Arc was very passionate, very emotional. Because she was fighting so hard as a human being for God and for the angelic realm. She had that power of Archangel Michael within her. And she stood by her truth, no matter what. Even when she knew she was going to be killed for it. She knew she was going to be persecuted for it. She still remained true to herself and to God. Some of you, your life's path are going to involve something similar to Joan of Arc. I'm not saying you might be killed. Maybe you might be. Maybe you won't. But either way, you're here to be a warrior of light. Some of you are going to do something similar to what Joan of Arc did. Okay? Wow. Okay. Well, I would love for you to join me in the extended. The link is in the description box below. If you go to capellawellness.com, click on the extended videos. If you're in the free mobile app, just scroll through the categories. You will see extended videos in the menu there. Okay? There is also a subscription to view all of my extendeds, no matter how many times you watch them. It's the unlimited extended subscription, $19.99 a month. If you feel you want to watch all of my extended readings, okay? As long as you pay that a month, you get access to everything. It doesn't go away. You don't have to watch it only 3 times. You get to watch as many times as you want, all right? Okay, guys, I'm gonna go eat. Dinner smells really good. And yeah, for those of you who will join me in the extended, I can't wait to see you there. For those of you, this is where I leave you. Those who are not coming with me, this is where I leave you. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today and always. I send you so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.